Does Lightyear fly to infinity and beyond, or is this Pixar movie simply falling with style?
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
It's been 3 years since Toy Story 4 wowed audiences with another adventure from Sheriff Woody and Buzz Lightyear, but Pixar's latest offerings widens the Toy Story franchise in a surprising new way. Lightyear looks at the story behind the toy, with Marvel alumnus Chris Evans voicing the iconic astronaut who gets stranded in the future after his test flight goes wrong. Obviously, this is the character that the toy in the movies is based on.
You actually think you're the Buzz Lightyear?
Lightyear director Angus MacLane told IO9 that the movie is a huge hit in the Toy Story universe, saying, "I've always wondered what movie was Buzz from. Why couldn't we just make that movie? So that's what we did." Lightyear is the movie that Andy saw that changed his life. Andy's Star Wars, a sci-fi epic designed to inspire a new generation. It's a fascinating way of expanding the Toy Story world without churning out another sequel based on the iconic toys. Lightyear also introduces the in-universe version of Emperor Zurg, Buzz's robotic arch-enemy who has devious plans for the rest of the universe. Thankfully, the hero of Star Command has a ragtag team of unlikely sidekicks on his side to help him stop Zurg and get back to his own time. Taika Waititi voices Mo Morrison, alongside Dale Soules as Darby Steele, two survivors in the future, while Keke Palmer voices Izzy Hawthorne, the granddaughter of Buzz's best friend, Alicia Hawthorne. But did Lightyear soar with critics, or did it fail to launch? Well, most reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes think Pixar has another hit on its hands. The first Lightyear reviews have arrived online ahead of the film's release on June 17th, and it looks like fans are in for a fun ride across the universe. The movie currently has an 82% critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is a positive sign that the spin-off has been worth the wait. Linda Merrick of the Jewish Chronicle gave the film a glowing review, writing, "With some clever nods to some classic space sagas from Alien to Interstellar, MacLane and co-writer Jason Headley have delivered a love letter to the genre, all the while bringing that unmistakable fuzzy feeling we've come to expect from Pixar's ever-expanding stable." Obviously, some audiences will be wondering whether Lightyear will tie into the Toy Story movies in smaller ways, but Mashable's Christy Puchko says the real focus here is its own story. This spin-off pays tribute to the Buzz that's come before, with callbacks to his lines, look, gadgets, attitude, and more. And even though it walks in the shadow of the giant that is Toy Story, Lightyear manages to set its own course for fresh adventure. Developing an origin story within a franchise like Toy Story is a difficult task, but it seems that director Angus MacLane has found the perfect balance. The film has made headlines for being banned in several countries due to a same-sex kiss, but IGN's Amelia Emberwing thinks the film handles it well, saying, "Lightyear features striking visuals, strong performances, and a love-out-loud lesbian relationship that we're thrilled to see on screen. All of those things deserved a stronger story, though." However, not everyone was won over by Buzz's adventures.
"That was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you."
Although many reviews embraced Lightyear for its fun trip across the cosmos, other critics blasted the spin-off for feeling like an easy cash grab. Keith Watson tore into the animated movie for Slant, saying, "The film is a slick, soulless spectacle whose jokey banter and space opera action drowns out the story's emotional beats." This review and others argue that the film might try too hard to be like other iconic sci-fi movies rather than a classic in its own right, alongside so many other well-known Pixar movies. The Telegraph's Robbie Collin was also unimpressed with the spin-off, noting, "The problem with Pixar's latest feature isn't just that it's the animation house's dullest, dreariest, most spiritually empty to date. It's that it fails even on its own painstakingly contrived open goal terms." Ouch. It seems the real problem is that Pixar has already set the bar too high for what animated movies can do, making Lightyear feel like a middling effort in comparison. Finally, BBC's Nicholas Barber thinks it's missing the childlike sense of fun and wonder, saying, "Whatever escapades young Andy imagined in 1995 when he was playing with his Space Ranger toy, they were bound to be more fun than this one."
To infinity.
Are you trying to get me to pull your finger?
Don't fall for it.
Lightyear arrives in theaters on Friday, June 17th. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite movies and TV shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.